show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, if you've been looking for an update in this Allstar Jr case concerning NBA Ben 10, well, we finally got one. And it's not looking too good. However, there is a lot of questions that need to be asked here, and it's more than just within this case. First off, whether they label it a self-defense or not, facing 15 years for something that he was a victim in at first is kind of crazy. But as we said from the beginning, the fact that he overdid it may come back to haunt him. Now, to this day, I'm still baffled at the fact that the people who initiated everything have not been picked up, questioned, or anything. And they're the ones that attempted to rob him, and there's plenty of witnesses. Now, like we've been saying for the longest, it's either one or two things in that situation. Either a certain family out there has a stronghold on law enforcement, allegedly, like the rumors have always been floating around, or maybe they haven't been bothered because there's already an investigation going on behind the scenes. For y'all that don't know, sometimes when there's a bigger investigation going on behind the scenes, law enforcement would allow you to get away with certain things unless you out here catching bodies and you getting out of hand or something, but they'll basically give you enough rope to hang yourself until they're ready to come and get you with all the evidence that they have, and then boom. When they come to get you, they're talking football numbers. So we're not sure what's going on down there, but once again, it's odd that Allstar Jr is now facing 15 years in jail, possibly more, for a situation he had no control over. He was literally defending himself. He just went a little too crazy. Then to make matters even worse, he went from only being charged for possessing a firearm to the feds now wanting to charge him for the shooting as well, even though they told us that he wasn't going to be charged. Now, according to reports, Allstar Jr is now being charged with aggravated assault, traumatic brain or spine injury. Suspect turned victim, NBA Ben 10's medical team, told Houston police that Ben 10 suffered a spine injury from the shooting that left him without sensation from the waist down, and they believe that he now has irreversible paralysis in his lower body. Now, the part that I'm confused about is what changed, right? What changed? Although we've seen the reports that they are now charging him with a new federal charge, they still never explained why. Why they changed their mind and went from just charging him with being a felon in possession of a weapon to now an aggravated assault charge. Judging from the articles based on the situation, the only thing I can conclude is that it seems like everything changed just because NBA Ben 10 has now been paralyzed. And once again, we have no clear reason on why they upped the charges. However, new documents based on the shooting would come out, and there was some very interesting information in there that would tell us that someone actually is under investigation, or should I say a couple people, and it isn't Allstar Jr. And no, JR haven't cooperated. No, he isn't the reason of the investigation. This seems like something that's been brewing, and maybe this is why the people we were talking about initially, who started everything, have not been taken into custody as of yet. Anyway, we're going to get into the paperwork so we can further explain everything, but before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now. You could be getting paid literally just for playing games while this video play in the background at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Now, I'm not saying you'll get rich, but I am saying that you could easily make something while doing nothing except for sitting on the couch playing games if you download the app Free Cash. tap or click the link I pinned in the comment section, or scan the QR code that I put right here on the screen. Also, if you use my link right now, they give you a little something to start off with just for signing up. So if you want a little Uber Eats or something to snack on and don't feel like dipping into your own wallet, let's get into the post about my mixtapes, your own caption, that break down what it means, and then get into the official paperwork. Now, according to the My Mixtapes caption, it'll state, quote, "New court documents reveal that a protective order has been filed in the case against #Allstar Jr. He was indicted on a charge of felon in possession of a firearm following an April 8, 2016 robbery and shooting at the Confessions restaurant in Houston. Most notably, the documents explicitly state that the evidence concerns individuals who are still under investigation for their participation in the incident. The judge's order mandates that the evidence cannot be shared, directly or indirectly, with anyone outside of the defendant and his legal defense team." Now, two things that automatically popped out to me was the part when it stated that individuals are still under investigation and the judge not wanting to release any evidence aside from to the defendant. And this can only mean one thing, y'all. The guys involved are either being investigated solely for that situation, or they were already being investigated and something is brewing behind the scenes for a bigger case that may be up ahead for certain people involved in the situation. Now, I'm gonna get into why I say that after we finish the paperwork that's been presented, so by the time we're done, you can have almost an understanding on why the situation may have been an add-on to something bigger that's already in motion. It's looking like this here is bigger than Nino Brown. And for y'all that already know, y'all understand that it's been a rumor for years now that a certain group of people from Texas have been under investigation and on the Fed's radar for crimes that seem to happen whenever these guys are around. And if you know, then you know. But anyway, let's get into the documents as it is state, quote, "The United States of America moves for a protective order under Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 16D1. The discovery contains information agency operation plans and tactics that would need to be redacted in the absence of a protective order. On April 8, 2026, a robbery and shooting occurred at the Confessions restaurant located in Houston, Texas, in the Southern District of Texas. The restaurant was open to the public at the time of the shooting, and restaurant patrons who were not involved with any of the individuals involved in the incident were made witnesses to the events leading up to the shooting and thereafter. The defendant has been indicted for felon in possession of a firearm. The case is still under investigation. The discovery is of a sensitive nature. Much of the evidence concerns numerous witnesses and their personal information, along with individuals who are still under investigation for their participation in the incident. As such, the United States moved for a protective order containing the following provisions. Discovery materials and all copies should be protected from unnecessary dissemination. Discovery materials should be utilized by the defendant and the defense team solely for this case and for no other purpose of other proceeding. Discovery materials and their contents and any notes or other record of such materials or their contents should not be disclosed either directly or indirectly to any person or entity other than the defendant and the defense team. Discovery materials should not be copied or reproduced except as necessary for use by the defense team, and all such copies will be treated in the same manner as the original. The defense team may not provide copies of discovery to the defendant nor any other person except where found by the court in writing to be necessary to prepare or assist in the defense. Nothing in this order prohibits counsel from reviewing discovery with the defendant. Defendant's counsel should inform the defendant of the provisions of the protective order and direct them not to disclose or use any information contained in the government's discovery in violation of the protective order. All discovery and copies shall be returned to the United States Attorney's Office following deposition of the case, except where an appeal is anticipated. This protective order applies to any subsequent discoverable material provided to the defendant except for the defendant's statements. Now, what I see here is this, right? They already seen that Allstar Jr. is known for going on social media or making music videos and kind of putting things out there. So what they're trying to say is whatever that they give his counsel, his lawyer, his attorneys, whatever they give to them should be treated as confidential. Basically, I'm pretty sure that he probably got first dibs on what's going on, to where we're just putting together theories or our opinions, but he probably know exactly who the feds are looking for and why. And this is why they don't want any information getting out there, which is why they said that he or his attorneys or anybody involved with him can't disclose this information or tell anybody because maybe they don't want him messing up their investigation. Now in the next document, it'll state, quote, discovery materials are to be protected as follows. Discovery materials and or copies should be protected from unnecessary dissemination. Discovery materials should be utilized by the defendant and the defense team solely for this case and for no other purpose or other proceeding. Discovery materials and their contents and any notes or other record of such materials of their contents should not be disclosed either directly or indirectly to any person or entity other than the defendant and the defense team. Discovery materials should not be copied or reproduced except as necessary for use by the defense team, and all such copies will be treated in the same manner as the original. The defense team may not provide copies of discovery to the defendant nor any other person except where found by the court in writing to be necessary to prepare or assist in the defense. Nothing in this order prohibits counsel from reviewing discovery with the defendant. Defendant's counsel should inform the defendant of the provisions of the protective order and direct them not to disclose or use any information contained in the government's discovery in violation of the protective order. All discovery and copies shall be returned to the United States Attorney's Office following disposition of this case, except where an appeal is anticipated. This protective order applies to any subsequent discoverable material provided to the defendant except for the defendant's statements. This protective order does not preclude any party from seeking modification of the provisions. Now, if you ask me, they're hiding something, right? If you ask me, there's a pending investigation going on and they don't want nobody to know about it, which is why they're saying they would give the defendant whatever they have, but the defendant, which is Allstar Jr., can't disclose whatever it is he know or was told by his counsel, which once again, maybe they don't want to mess up the investigation or want him bragging or saying anything that he know that's supposed to be behind the scenes. However it is, once again, I think there's a pending investigation on a certain group of people that's been in Texas for a long time, where there's been rumors that they are being investigated by the feds, but we haven't seen anything. But I guess this is going to bring everything to the forefront. Now they're saying that there is evidence that they don't want released and certain things that will be redacted in regards to everything else. Now here's my theory, and keep in mind this is just my opinion, but I feel that there was already an investigation going on prior to the situation that happened, so when it went down, this was just added to the pile of things a certain group of people were already being investigated for. And the reason they're trying to give Allstar Jr. so much damn time is probably because they asked him a couple questions pertaining to the case, and instead of him pointing people out or saying what he knows and what went down and telling the police what they know to help them, he refused. Therefore, they upped his charges, made it worse for him because he didn't want to help them, and that's why he's getting this in return. But once again, like I stated before, they never told us why they upped his charges. They never told us why they went from only charging him with possession to aggravated assault. And it's not like they have a new story or new details on what happened. So unless they got evidence proving that that was his firearm and he went there with the intentions to do what he did, I don't see why they would up these charges. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Who y'all think are being investigated by the feds? What y'all think is going on behind the scenes? Why y'all think they don't want to put all the information out there? And whatever else you feel, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out. And Are you tired of a bunch of social media gurus promising you results with their course, but all they do is take a bunch of information off YouTube and Google, then sell it to you? Well, look no further. Our YouTube Tips and Tricks Masterclass course comes equipped with SEO tips and tricks along with methods we use to growth hack our YouTube channel. It also includes step-by-step ways to publish your video before uploading to guarantee a great SEO score, therefore your videos can rank and be shown to a bigger audience. Views and subscribers don't come by luck, and just how YouTube have an algorithm, you should have one as well that can guarantee you results. We doing websites and softwares we personally use to generate money creating Faceless YouTube channels. If you also would like to skip the process and just buy other pre-built accounts, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, we also threw that in there for you too. We went through trial and error, so you don't have to. Click the link in the description or the comments and get started today.